The economic disaster unfolding right in front of our eyes. The headlines are loud, the numbers are confusing. But what's really happening beneath the surface? We'll cut through the noise to show you what the data could actually mean and where we are going next. And then, the truth revealed. While politicians and markets react, there is a different story unfolding behind closed doors. We'll show you the key players that are making moves right now. Their actions speak louder than words. And next, the outliers continue. While most of crypto bleeds into the red, there is one sector that has been printing double-digit returns nearly daily. What is it, and why is it defying the trend? And where are these hidden gems hiding in plain sight? And finally, the stalemate. Two sides, one high-stakes decision. The entire market is on edge. Will we get a deal done, or are we heading towards a full market breakdown? All of this and more on Around the Block, the crypto news show that keeps you up to date so you can have an edge in the market. And of course, this is not financial advice, it's for education purposes only. All right, let's dive in. We've got some problems in the economy, although many don't want to admit it. Number one, hiring has fallen sharply. The levels we're reaching have not been seen for ages. At the same time, the US credit card debt has hit 1.28 trillion, the highest level ever recorded. And the jobs data just dropped. It's sending mixed signals, and let me break down exactly what this means. We've got the average hourly earning actually increasing, which looks like a good sign. However, it is not keeping pace with inflation. We've got non-farm unemployment changing from 66 to 130, and the unemployment rate actually dropped, according to the data, from 4.4 to 4.3. However, we've got the revision subtracting 17,000 jobs. And I have a feeling these revisions are not going to end anytime soon. And arguably the only sector seeing any type of investment right now is the AI sector. However, when we look at the data, it's a little scary. These AI companies have not figured out a way to turn a profit. We've got OpenAI projected for a $14 billion loss. They straight out say they don't see a path to profitability until at least 2029. And all of this while seeking a valuation of $830 billion. There is no question the world is betting huge on AI, but is yet to be profitable. And AI is honestly the only sector that has seen any growth in the US. It's going to be key to make this a profitable enterprise for the United States as soon as humanly possible. Now, while the banks and the big money has been very critical of Bitcoin for the most part, with some outliers, you can see what's happening behind the scenes. Goldman Sachs had to reveal their holdings. They are now holding over $2.36 billion of crypto, including over $1 billion of Bitcoin, $1 billion of Ethereum, XRP, and Solana. And the real signal, in my opinion, is that there's a 15% quarter-over-quarter growth in their crypto holdings. We've also got Jack Dorsey doubling down and removing fees on large Bitcoin transactions. You can see the competition is heating up as Coinbase gets criticism after criticism on how high their fees are. We also see Denmark's largest bank offering Bitcoin and crypto trading. It's almost as if all the big money was waiting for the price to drop to offer it to their clients. Now, if I put on my tinfoil hat for a second, it's clear that the big money wants their clients to, of course, make money. The reason is not for altruism, but because they make fees on their investment portfolios. If they can get them in low and those assets grow, they're going to make more and more fees. We've also got Stripe, one of the biggest players in payment processing, launching their X402 integration on Base. If you're not familiar with X402, I have a feeling you will be in the future. The reason is this gives AI agents the ability to actually transact with one another or with existing infrastructure. If you think of an employee who has a task to achieve something, oftentimes they need to buy access to different softwares, platforms, and many other things. While AI agents are great at creating content and doing some of the jobs of an employee, having the ability to transact is going to be transformative for the entire space. This could actually enable an AI agent to pretty much do the entire job of an employee. While this is arguably awesome for the crypto industry, you can see this is a slippery slope as humans are going to be less and less necessary in the workforce. Now, most of crypto is bleeding out, but there's one sector above all others that continues to print gains on a near daily basis. And no surprise, it's the AI agent space, specifically things to do with Claudebot and Maltbook. If you're not familiar with what that is, check out my last video where I dive into how Maltbook and Claudebot work and why they're so revolutionary. Let's dive into some of the coins leading the charge. The first one we need to talk about is Banker. BNKR is the symbol. This allows agents to fund themselves. You can launch agents right through the platform, and this has performed phenomenally well while everything else is down. While Bitcoin and majors are often down over 30% since January, look at what has happened to Banker. It went from a $14 million market cap and ran over 120 million in the last couple days. It did have a big retrace today, but when you have a run up like that, that is common. Take a look here. It ran up to 91 million and slammed back down to 33 before shooting up to 120. Will this narrative continue? It's anyone's guess, but this is where the gems seem to be as of now. We've also got Banker Wallet. This is a wallet that the agents can use on Banker. It went from $194,000 market cap and ran over 2.5 million the other day after retracing. But again, just in the past 4 days, it's gone from a half a million to almost 2 million, which is a 4x return. Another one is Molt Launch. Very small, very speculative. All these are, but you saw this go from basically zero, shooting all the way up to nearly 7 million before a huge retrace, but it's been steadily climbing back up, currently at 2.4 million. If you would have bought just 1 week ago, you'd be up about 5x, 500% return in a week. This is not happening in other sectors of the crypto space. And one we talked about last time on our last video that has done phenomenally well is Kelly Claude. Kelly Claude was designed by this developer who's getting a lot of clout right now. It gives you the ability to launch and create apps, games at the touch of a button. No coding required. The agent does it for you. And same thing, Kelly Claude started at 0 January 30th. Quick run up, big retrace. And in just the last 6 days, this has gone from 2 million to over $10 million market cap, another 5x. And we've been fortunate to hit winner after winner in our group. And since these are small and speculative, I've been deploying very small amounts of capital, but we've been hitting winner after winner, 319% on Closter, 91% on Teller, 188% on Moltline, and the list goes on and on. So if you're interested to see how you can find these gems and follow along with me, check out the Blockchain Boardroom Alpha Hub. We offer up-to-date news, exclusive trainings, and trade alerts so you can follow right along beside me. The link is in the description of this video, and right now it's at a huge discount. All right, let's get back to the video. And the stalemate continues on the Clarity Act. The crypto industry and the banks are at odds. They met again yesterday, but it sounds like the banks had almost no compromises they were willing to make. And if you're unfamiliar with the Clarity Act, it's basically the rules and regulations for crypto markets. Crypto has been begging for guidelines. The challenge is people don't know what the rules are, and oftentimes it's just rules by enforcement. So no one knows if they even broke the rules sometimes until they get an SEC violation. That is not the way you help an industry thrive. The banks have one huge gripe, and it's rewards on stablecoins. See, the bank makes tons of money by lending out your money that you deposit into the bank. They pay you a fraction of the interest they're able to generate. And of course, crypto allows stablecoins which pay significant yield. Of course, the banks are going to hate the idea of stablecoin yield because it could mean a mass exodus from traditional banks into crypto banks. If your bank is only offering a fraction of a percentage point, while crypto banks are able to offer 4% or sometimes even 5%, that's going to be a big problem for the bank's business model. The banks are basically saying straight up, if you allow this, we can see up to $6 trillion leaving our banks. And crypto's counter to that is, this is called capitalism. This is called competition. You need to pay people more. Then they'll stay at your bank. This is simple. It's no surprise to me that the powers that be are doing everything they can to make sure their long-standing business model stays entrenched in our society. While on the other side, you have the financial disruptors, the crypto industry, saying it's time for a change. Now, President Trump was very confident this was going to fly right through. There would be no issues. And I think the administration is getting more and more frustrated because Trump has said he's the crypto president and wants to see crypto do well. This is a major roadblock. I have a bad feeling that this is going to drag on longer than anybody wants. It was supposed to go through months ago. Then we heard January. Now we're hearing March. If neither side wants to budge, I'm not sure when this can actually go through or if it will at all in its current form. My hope is that this does go through sooner than later, but I personally don't want the crypto industry to give in to the stablecoin issue. Being able to earn yield on stablecoins is absolutely massive and instrumental to crypto's business model. Only time will tell where we go next, but it's good to keep your finger on the pulse. If you enjoyed this video and you want more insights, advanced training, and trade alerts, make sure to check out the Blockchain Boardroom Alpha Hub. The link's in the description. And even if you don't do that, just make sure to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date and ahead of the market.